The one we love, superstar Caleb Sarong, mate. Welcome back. We love having you in every week. Let's start with knocking off the reigning premiers. You must go to bed on a Saturday evening with a smile on your face.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, guys. It's good to come in. Yeah, it was a good one on the weekend. It was a cracking day at Optus. Sun was out, so yeah, it was really enjoyable. I think it was really satisfying.
It was a beautiful day, wasn't it? It was bloody good for footy.
Nearly 25 degrees, nice
Too
sun
hot
out.
for me.
Too hot for
me. Oof.
Sunscreen was out pre-game. Andy Brayshaw was lathering it up on himself. So, no, it was a great win. It was really satisfying. Like I said, we've put in a lot of work over the last few weeks, and I guess since the season started to get the season back on track, and yeah, we're kind of somewhat on the right track now.
How big, and sometimes they say, the 19th man. Adelaide used to do the 19th man, was the crowd. The confidence. How important is confidence in football? They always say that the person you can't beat is confidence. You guys have displayed the last 2 weeks what confidence can do, and you must head to Melbourne to play Nam, just brimming.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. You'd like to say confidence doesn't play that much of a part because it's so you can fluctuate so much.
Should have seen me back in the nightclubs when I was just feeling pretty good about myself.
You just ask James
Chest
Brayshaw.
out, Barkley button undone. Bang, the nightclub specialist was out.
There he is.
Sorry,
that doesn't surprise me. But no, it plays a part, especially with a young group. It's amazing what some belief can do, and we feel like, probably the Brisbane game.
Yeah.
Whilst it was we lost by nearly 10 goals and we made a lot of mistakes, we felt like we started playing the game the way we wanted to. We started taking some risks, taking the game on. We just missed the kicks, and then the last 3 weeks we've been hitting those handballs and kicks and kicking some more goals.
Where are we playing golf today? Or where are you playing?
Oh
I'll tag
God.
on.
Hang on.
Where are you hiding from Xavier from today? Is
I might
what he's
keep it on the
asking.
down low. Yeah, I might not
Where are
tell
we
him.
teeing them up, mate? I'll manage to get the
How
group
did you hit
behind
him? How'd you hit him the other week?
Oh, well.
You were up on the first three.
Yeah,
You were-
well,
Well.
yeah, no, I got beaten the last 3 to go down. I was 2 up when I saw him. It was an appendage swinging chat I was having. Then I lost the last 3 and got done, and the
geez.
schnitzels
You
were
know
on
what
me.
your problem was? You got the jitters. You
I did
saw
get the
him
jitters.
and you got
We
the
were watching
jitters.
it.
Yeah, did get the jitters.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. West Coast at the moment. I saw Geordie Clark last night on the news. And I have a different version. He said he did feel for West Coast. I'm not sure I'd be that generous if I was the crosstown rivals and Freo were battling away. I think the rivalry's good for footy, and your times come and go. I mean, when you first started, West Coast would have been pretty good, and you guys wouldn't have been as good. When you see the Eagles struggling, how do you feel?
It's an interesting one because you do. I think what Clarkey said about their injuries, you do feel for the guys that are injured, not being able to play, and their whole club at the moment with those injuries, they're not able to put the team out in the park. That's a true reflection of the club, I guess. But I wouldn't say that I'd.
You're not losing sleep over it.
Correct. Yeah, I'm not super stressed about how they're going over there, but you do feel for the individuals and the club at times because of the injuries.
I think that's before you go, Michelle. Sorry. If you see a West Coast bloke in an event or something, it's not like you want to
what
punch
do
each
you
other's lights out.
say?
You're a pretty friendly group of guys, and you've often got a mutual friend somewhere. It's not like the old days where you're like, if I see him, I'm going to deck him in an alleyway. It's generally a pretty friendly environment.
Like Zay, there's a few cashies floating around where it's the old West Coast and Freo.
Yeah, of course.
That's when you
Couple
cross
players
enemy
mentioned-
lines. When you have to.
Yeah.
I've got a really important question I need to start with, Michelle. We
Go
spoke
on.
about it on Monday's show. A good friend of mine, if you have a soft tissue injury, you're not allowed to have a sip or anything after. It's, the no alcohol policy. During the game on Saturday, Tommy Hawkins went down to the change rooms, the downstairs boundary, said he's gone down with a doctor, got a limp up. Have you ever needed to do a shit in a game of footy?
I haven't, but there was the Brisbane game the other week. I was pretty close at half time. I was a bit worried. had to grab about 3 gastro stops from the doc.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
As in, okay, to bind up
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Righto.
I didn't go to the toilet till Wednesday. So
Well and truly
I didn't
fixed
really
it.
try- yeah.
Yeah, right.
This is
clogged me up real good.
This is true. We did Kokoda when I would have been nearly your age. And we're walking, and day one, I was pretty like, I'll let it flow wherever I need to go. Number
geez,
twos. As I went to the drop dunny, a group of wasps flew out.
Oh, no.
And I was like, imagine if that got you on the Taj
Oh,
and you had to
yes.
walk Kokoda with a wasp bite. 5 days.
5.
Did not step foot near another toilet. Just
No,
held
fair
it in.
enough. Yeah.
That's long.
Oh, my God. I
Found
had a
himself.
sore stomach, I'll tell you what.
any more you want to comment
Yeah,
about?
sorry about
Just
that, yeah.
still just moving
Yeah,
with the
sorry,
bound.
mate. I've railed you there. Before we get the controversial question,
go on.
Melbourne, we're one of the premiership favourites, still are one of the premiership favourites. Hopefully Clayton Oliver's hamstrings. See you later, Clary. Melbourne Demons, gee, you got them there last year as well. Looking forward to that.
We are. First game at the G for the year, so we look forward to getting there.
Do you guys really, really look forward to the MCG? I know playing at home's awesome, but the MCG is something special, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's different for different guys. Like as a Victorian, I used to go watch footy there, and it's just an incredible stadium to watch from and be a part of playing out there. And I think the guys come from interstate also marvel at how big it is when they get there. So it's pretty cool. We really enjoy it, and yeah, D's, we had a good one there last year, but then they got us back pretty comfortably back here at Optus. So we've had some good battles with them over the last 12 months, especially in the midfield. It's always a good battle. So looking forward to it.
Who will you be near? Jack Viney, probably.
Yeah, Viney a bit.
He's hard.
Yeah, you kind of at the moment you float through different guys.
He's tough though.
He is.
Don't run into him.
He's
I mean, you're
strong.
tough too, but he's strong.
All of them are. Oliver, Trucker, they're all big boys.
Yeah, they're big boys.
Yeah.
Don't run into any of them, mate.
Who do you want me to tell you?
Sidestep like you did on the weekend, like a running back. You tucked it in,
tucked it in.
ducked and weaved, and then you're pretty happy with your work, actually, if you look at the camera after you're off
Yeah,
screen. and
just
pretty
run
fast.
it. Yeah. I thought my life flashed before me. I was about 3 times. I thought I was getting smoked about.
Close your eyes and just weaved your way through and came out the other side. I liked it.
All right, it's time. Are you ready?
Controversial question.
Now, it's a two-pronger. I've got to take you back in time. You might remember, you might have said a little something about a certain Spud Shed ad with Andy Brayshaw in it.
Oh, God.
But you shot an ad yesterday. But last year it was Andy Brayshaw who did. Let's have a little listen to his work.
So what do you grow here? We've got broccolis, collies over there. We harvest it today, catch. And it's in the stores tomorrow.
So you guys are the midfielders of the fruit and veg.
Oh, it's wooden.
At Spud Shed, we grow it.
We sell it.
I'm
you
getting
stay.
splinters. That's that wooden.
Okay.
Oh, I actually
That
said
was
it.
on pre-game every home game last
so you'd
year.
have to see it.
Every time we'd be looking up and we'd just be absolutely.
So you're the
hacking
midfielders of the
ourselves.
fruit and veg.
Yeah, that line was repeated over and over again to Andy, and
Oh, my goodness.
I think he got asked to do it again this year, and he's had to say
He
no.
said-
He said
Oh, no. But who just stood up and, well,
He
slipped
stood up
on the
this season.
Spud Shed's shoes, this guy.
It was great. The boys did really well. Came out on top. We grabbed some sensational veggies.
I'm
So
getting
good.
splinters.
I mean, top of their game. The cabbage. Now that was a great pickup.
Oh,
Luke pulled a T-bone. Very tender. Yep. That really hit the spot.
oh no.
The Spud Shed team were on fire. And we ran into the big fella. Well, he's a legend.
Hey, boys.
But you know, a win is a win, and Spud Shed are unbeatable.
Don't reckon I've got a future in.
Home and away. Yes or no?
No,
All I want to know is,
Neighbours.
nah.
No.
all I want to know is, was the money worth it?
You don't see it with ASA.
I was
You
just
don't-
going to say,
you don't
you're
see it.
contractually
It's
obliged,
not- yeah,
I would
it's contractual,
imagine.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Wow.
So who went, hang
Well,
on.
that's the thing. So that one was. If you watch the video, I didn't really feature much in the video.
No,
I was
you're
a
not.
voiceover.
I,
I
But
was a
your
voiceover.
voice
I hadn't heard the voice.
yeah.
I've seen the visual in
Yeah,
the
so
background.
Youngie and Dogger Luke Jackson were throwing the stakes
Walking
around.
through
and
the-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I sat in the studio. I was just doing the voiceover in the
Yeah.
studio. But this story came up again yesterday because another one of our teammates is actually going out to the farm, the Spud Shed farm, to
Oh,
film
yeah.
yesterday.
Yes.
Right.
Good looking Jaguar O'Meara.
Oh,
So we've got
yeah.
a part two
He's gonna be-
coming.
yeah,
We've got a
that's-
part two.
Keep your eyes peeled. That's
Big,
coming.
big cabbage
All right.
fan, they reckon.
Now, okay, so that's gone down. Is there any words or phrases out of that you've murmured that are haunting you now?
The T-bones are very tender.
T-bone. Yeah, there was a little
Real
bit of
very
sensuality in
tender.
your
Yeah.
voice then too.
Luke looked good character. Yeah.
I know you're a young team. You're a young team, but you've got leaders there. You need a couple of those leaders to stand up and tell your young
Yeah.
boys how to say no.
Yeah, I will.
Just no, we're not doing
If
that.
Ivy doesn't say yes to anything, he's no to everything. So we've got to take up the stuff that he says no to.
Not
No,
paid and can't say no.
Do you know what, though? May I say that's tricky stuff, and I think you did very well.
Thank you.
I think
That
you
was a
did
good
very
ad, mate.
well.
I'm heading
Appreciate
to
it.
Spud Shed this afternoon. You
Oh,
will
yeah.
off the back of that.
Yep.